stuff. It turned out it didn't have any nuclear stuff. It only had defensive missile technology that was going from North Korea to Syria, which was perfectly legal. The ship had to be continued on its way. And so Bolton has been making these accusations about Syria and nuclear proliferation for 4 years. He also had accused Syria of being part of this Pakistani-led Han nuclear network that also supplied Libya and other things. El-Baradei at the UN agency said, we don't have any indication, nobody else has ever said this, and we don't have any proof of this. And he had to back down on this, Bolton did. So Bolton 3 times has come forward with these nuclear allegations about Syria and has had to back down. The U.S. intelligence agencies have been very divided over this question, and each time Bolton brings it forward, there's been a lot of resistance within the CIA and other nuclear and other intelligence agencies in the United States. So your question, which is, why is so much secrecy? Why hasn't this been spread around? Is very important. And I think part of the reason there's been so much secrecy and that this information has been held by the NSC and not allowed to, not even divulged within the State Department intelligence units, is because they're very worried that other analysts would rip it to shreds. What they're shopping around is probably the same intelligence they've been shopping around for 4 years.
You're scheduled to go to a Council on Foreign Relations conference later this week. Now, we've heard many different opinions in the Council on Foreign Relations. Some say that they have a vision for a unified one-world government. Others say they're a bunch of concerned businessmen and diplomats and politicians that want to see a better world. What can you tell us about the CFR's goals in the Middle East?
Well, this conference is really, it's a conference that I'm headed towards, is a conference between a major think tank in Israel and the CFR, which is a major American think tank and one's thought most highly of. So, and they are presenting to both the leading foreign policy advisors to the Clinton and Obama campaigns. So basically this conference is bringing together a lot of important and knowledgeable people to talk about the various issues in the Arab-Israeli conflict, the Lebanon-Syria situation.
Let me go ahead and do something a little more controversial here. You say that an Israeli think tank and the CFR are getting together to provide possible advisors for both Clinton and Obama. That sounds to me like whatever advice is going to be, it's certainly going to be pro-Israel, because I don't hear any mention of a Arab-American think tank joining in the process. So I don't see the outcome as being very level-handed in the advisors being sent to either the Clinton or Obama camps.
Well, I imagine what's happened is that there are a lot of donors who are willing to bring these people. It's very expensive to bring these people from all over the world together to give advice. But, you know, the CFR is an independent agency. It has to raise money. And you can raise money for this kind of thing. And there are a lot of big donors, and a lot of the board of managers of the CFR are probably willing to pay for this. And the members of the two campaigns who do foreign policy are willing to come to it. So this is politics. This is American politics, and you can read it any way you want. But this is the way the world works.
Joshua Landis, thank you so much for joining us in the International Newsnet.
It's my pleasure.